Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Drunk Chef. Obviously, I'm your host. What's my name? Dalton Murray. Yep, that's me. I'm your host, Dalton, and I'm here to present. Wait, hold on. Let's get the nice hair down shot. In today's episode of Drunk Chef, we haven't filmed one in forever. It's been a while, you know. I get it. If you guys were missing us, we were missing you too. We were off doing stuff. Deshaun was out being a rock star, the real rock star that he is. I was doing some writing. We were focusing on what we want to do for the future of Drunk Chef. We took a nice little hiatus, but we're back, okay? And actually, today's episode was an episode that I filmed during the hiatus, but I actually f***ed it up so bad that it wasn't able to come out because of the way that we filmed it. So, you know, that one's on me and I'll wear that. We're gonna be doing Philly cheesesteak egg rolls on Drunk Chef today. They were a big hit last time that I made them, so I just made a slight little change to the recipe to add a little bit more flavor, but aside from that, they're the same way. And I'm gonna show you guys how to make the hot mustard and the apricot sauce as well that you usually get, or the duck sauce that you get when you usually have traditional egg rolls. So, Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, duck sauce, hot mustard, coming at you with it today. Also, Jake Seb's gonna be here. So my buddy Jake Seb's gonna come through. He's gonna give us a nice little taste test and do whatever it is that, you know, he can bring to the table. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. What we got going now is we are gonna just brown off or, you know, char some of this steak beef tips that we got here that are gonna work just perfect in our Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in this pan. And we are just gonna brown off some of these. The point of this and getting all these beef tips, these steak tips browned and cooked through is simply gonna be that once these are browned, cooked through, ready to go, then that's the last thing you have to worry about. You don't actually have to cook the steak, technically, while it's in the egg roll. Also, the big key here is you don't want to overcook these pieces of beef because they will end up getting a little tough, and that's the last thing you want, you know? So that's why I'm keeping the heat a little low as well, so that we can get, you know, all of the fattier parts cooked off, most of it cooked through, and then just that final fry will get it right where you need to be. I have a confession to make. I am truly and utterly hardcore addicted to sparkling water. So whether it be Pellegrino, which is my favorite, whether it be Perrier, you know, even the Costco brand, Topo Chico, whatever you need, whatever I'm trying to get for it, the bubbly water is just what I'm here for, okay? The bubbly carbonated water, not even flavored either, like just straight carbonation. Oh man, wow. That just really hits the spot every time. So now, for quick and easy access, what I'm gonna do, take these off the heat. And I'm gonna strain off just a little bit of that liquid that we had that I said that we're gonna use to cook the beef tips in. Put the little glass thing down in your sink so you don't burn yourself. And then just set yourself up so you can do exactly that. We're gonna transfer these to a separate bowl. Now I'm gonna throw in just some peppers and onions and let those just kind of sweat down and get us that Philly cheesesteak flavor that we're going for. And just that last little bit of beef broth. All right, let's get into the fun shit. Shout out the Columbus Clippers one time, let's go, and the Hollywood Casino. I've never done anything but lose money at the Hollywood Casino, so shout out Hollywood Casino, you've taken a lot of my money. Come on in. What's up, Roger?
Good.
Chillin'. Talking to a million thousand people on the other end of this camera. I had only made egg rolls one time in my life, so the time before I made them before this video, I was in college. One of my finals was like, do a dish that you've never made before or that you think would win. It was almost like a Top Chef type thing amongst like 30 of us.
Yeah.
A bunch of chicks did like cookies, stuff that was like really in their bag. Right. And I was like, you know what? I'm I'm gonna try to do egg rolls. So I did, and it was actually more of like wontons. They were a little bit smaller, but I just like, I made them, and that was the first time that day. I had never even like practiced the recipe. Like that day was the first time I tried it, and I won. There's this one, and then you're more you jump in. You can't, really, you literally can't. Like not overfill, but also to not skimp either. Like it like goes and then it just busts apart, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Try to take that corner and is like carefully as you can, tuck it over, and then fold the side left and right corners in. Yeah, and then just try to roll it all over together. There you go. And if you got a little split, that's fine, because I got another one ready for you. If you just lift it up, I'll slap this one underneath it, and you can just double roll it real quick. Just plop it right down in the middle, there you go. And just do the same thing you did. Yeah.
You're like burritos.
Right? They end up a little like burritos towards the end.
I forgot to do
the egg on that one?
Yeah.
That's okay, we can just brush the outside.
Just put it over there?
Yep, just set it right over here.
Nice.
Look at you, there you go. Just like that. It's simple, easy. So how do you feel after you rolled your first egg roll, Jake said?
I feel great.
Hell yeah, see? It's not easy. That's also the thing that I was thinking about when I was like thinking about like an egg roll food truck, right? Is think about if you were like on the food truck. Like it's not that long from, you could technically sell them as like fresh rolled egg rolls or fresh fried, because it doesn't take that long from, if I have all of this ready to go, I could just boom bam bop and get it ready to go.
What was the episode that you got the drunkest?
I would say it was either the Memorial Day episode, where we were drinking at Jake's house, or there was an episode, it wasn't the one when my dad got here on the white wine spritzers, but there was an episode that I think you were right, the last time that I had Jake over here, and I don't remember what it is, so I think that's got a good shot at being the one.
I remember, you guys were all the way here.
Because he was here and he was making drinks. He was making mixed drinks and pouring drinks and fixing drinks, and it just turned into, I had like a couple of beers, and then he's pouring shots, and now we're taking mixed drinks, and I was just all over the place.
That's like the right amount?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I've never fried anything in my life.
Really?
Shout out to air fryers though. The
Oh dude,
ever.
air fryers are great. If I had an air fryer, we'd be air frying these.
I'm always nervous because they say that like you can really fire-wise. I'm like, I'm good on that.
You can definitely burn your house down.
Yeah.
And so what you got to pay attention to is like the temperature of your oil.
It's the amount, right? Because like they say you shouldn't really go over halfway sometimes because it bubbles up.
It does do that. Yep. Most of the time they're going to talk to that about you when it comes to like turkeys, like when you're deep frying like something where there's a lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
In this situation, we can set a couple of these in there and they'll be all right. It just kind of, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a rebel in the kitchen like me and you just want to go after, then I'm not really too afraid.
A couple of rebels.
Couple of rebels, you know? Couple of Red Bulls. The oil temperature changes when you put things in. So like
Matty Matheson.
Yep.
Exactly. I know cooking because of him, not because I actually cook.
There you go.
But I did learn that you put it in, you have to really like bring it back up again.
Yes, or you just have to make it hotter and know that it'll go down. We're gonna give it about a minute or so, and then we'll drop these in, because then I think they'll be good to go. Hot enough to fry some egg rolls. This right here is nuts. This is how you make the hot mustard from like Chinese restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
This is straight up mustard powder. This is what they used to put in like bombs back in like World War II when they would like gas people. Like I swear to God, this is what you have to put. So the craziest thing about it is you just put a little bit of like a tablespoon, and then you have to use cold water, and you mix in that with cold water, you mix it into a paste until it turns into mustard. You let it sit at room temp for like maybe 15 minutes, and it is such a spicy mustard you can almost like unpalate it. Like you gotta be like really, it's good. It's really tasty, it's really tangy, but it's like one where it's like you don't need a lot at all. This is where it gets kind of dangerous, because like you don't want to like, exactly all your worries about oil are all dangerous if you're not familiar with frying. So it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword, right? Like if you're afraid of frying, then you probably shouldn't do it, but the only way to learn about how to do it properly is to do it. Like changing the oil in your car, right? Like, oh man, all cars are different, and I don't want to go to take it to this guy to get an oil change, but I don't really know how to do it. Well, you can read a book, you can watch a YouTube video, but you're really not going to know how until you just do it.
Just do it.
Nike, where's our check?
Yeah.
She's beauty, she's grace, she's Miss America. That's my ultimate goal, is to just be the host of the Miss America pageant. Like if I could be Ryan Seacrest, that'd be pretty sick. Like just a pretty sick gig of just hosting all year round. I'm a Kiss FM radio host from 9 to noon. I have Kelly and Ryan from like noon to 3. Then I'm not on TV for 4 hours, and then at 8 o'clock spot I do the American Idol. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
See, and that's why you control your oil temperature, Seb. Because if this was 500-degree oil, it would be like just spraying everywhere. Sean's editing this week's episode too, so I'll be like vagina, all the hard words that you gotta edit out. Now that we're gonna move this oil just aside so we don't burn the house down. Let that cool off, and I'm gonna make this hot mustard and this. I'm not gonna use this again, so I'm just gonna. You know, I'm just dumping money down the drain, Seb. I'm daddy more bucks over here.
But we got it, you know, we're good. We got it.
We got it. We got it.
20 minutes later.
So you got to see me make it a little bit before the camera cut out, but this is just apricot preserve and white wine vinegar. It's real easy, real simple. I'll leave the in the description for Boo to drop in there for you guys. This one is the hot mustard that you guys get at most Asian restaurants. This one's a little bit more runny than the ones that you see because I put a little bit more cold water in there. But this, another 2-ingredient sauce, is just mustard powder and water. Let's get into the inaugural slice in there.
That's a good crunch.
Wow, that is a good crunch. I mean, just looking at the inside, that looks like a nice, pretty piece of egg roll there. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Steak egg rolls, round two, because I forgot. I slow-moed too much of this, the first one. Oh wow. That's pretty good.
That's good.
That's pretty good. Egg roll works together. Duck sauce is bomb. The cheese looks nice. I didn't put cheese in it last time, so that's big. Wow. How we feeling?
That's so good.
Thank you.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duck sauce killer. It tastes like you're eating an egg roll.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, but then there's like a cheesesteak.
There's a cheesesteak inside there, yeah.
Right there.
It's a weird juxtaposition for flavors, but I love it. I'm a sucker for like crunchy. I'm not a fan of eating pasta without like some garlic bread or something because I need the crunchy. Yeah.
I crave texture sometimes.
Yes.
I'm like, I need like a chips today or something. You know,
Yes,
like
yes. I was like, how can I add the crunchy to something that doesn't have crunchy,
Right.
like a buffalo chicken sandwich or a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and it's like, oh, I can add the crunchy with an egg roll. I can just put everything that I put inside of that sandwich, but inside of an egg roll, and it gets you that nice crispy crunch, but also the rest. You motherfuckers seen what we did? We made Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. I showed you how to make duck sauce. I showed you how to make hot mustard. I actually didn't show you how to make either of those, but you can check in the description below to see what the recipes are. They're very easy, very simple. Both of them take 2 ingredients. So we got hot mustard. We got apricot duck sauce. We got Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. We got Jake Seb. We got all of it. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you share the video so that your mom can see it, so that your grandma can see it, so that weird librarian that you've been hitting on for the past 2 weeks and you haven't renewed your library card so you haven't seen her in a couple weeks, so that she can see it and you guys can rekindle that relationship. All of you, just enjoy it from my heart to yours.